Hi, part 2 of my little yap sesh. I started recording, then realized I didn't have it in 2x speed, so I started over, because I yap a lot. I need it in 2x speed. If anything, I need it in 3x speed, but are y'all gonna understand anything I'm saying in 3x speed? No, you're not. So why put myself through that? Why put you through that? Why put YouTube through that, honestly? But, he wasn't ready to date, and I was like, that's fine. He was like, would you be okay with it? Well, he let me down easy after our first date, and then the next night, we had called, and he was like, you know what, why don't we, like, try a talking stage? And I was like, yeah. He was like, how long are you okay with for a talking stage? And I said, honestly, a month. If you don't think you want to be with me after a month of talking, then you obviously don't want to be with me that bad. He was like, oh, I guess that's understandable. Maybe like 2 months. So we agreed 1.5 months, because I was like in the middle. 1.5 months. If we couldn't decide if we wanted to be together or not anymore, then obviously we didn't want to be with each other. The way I phrased it sounded bad, but he had enough emotional intelligence to tell me, I don't know if I'm attracted to you because of our date or if I'm genuinely attracted to you. And all of my friends were like, dump him. Don't give him the time of day. Get rid of him. But I'm sitting there like, no, that's emotional intelligence right there. He's not trying to lead me on. But we did our senior project together as well, and that was a little before that, but anyways, where was I? And like around the time of graduation, he and I were talking, because he had figured out, yes, I like you, but am I ready to date yet or not? And so we were talking, and he was like, yeah, I had a conversation with a friend of mine today, and I asked them, I was telling them about you, and they were like, no, stop, you made a promise to yourself, you have to keep it. You promised yourself you would wait to date, you have to keep that promise. And he was like, okay, but I really like this girl, and they're like, nope, keep that promise. And I told him, well, you did make a promise to yourself, and if you feel like you have to apologize for setting a boundary with yourself that you were going to wait until a certain period of time to date, then you know, there's a problem, and I don't want there to be a problem, because you shouldn't have to apologize for putting yourself first. And he was like, but I feel bad. And I said, don't feel bad, because you need to put yourself first. You can't take care of another human being if you can't take care of yourself. Do I want to tell you, hey, try us dating out, and if it's not working, you let me know, and that just be the end of it? Selfishly, I wanted to say, like, I want to try that, but you made a promise to yourself, and you have to keep that promise to yourself. And he was like, is this the end of our talking stage? And I said, yeah, it's the end of our talking stage. And then we talked about boundaries, and we weren't going to call every single night like we were. And yeah, we stayed friends though. Like, we still talked every day, and I'd spam him reels every day. And we stayed friends, and we moved on like nothing happened. But, you know, time passed. I went on my trip with my sister and my cousin, not saying where, even though you might be able to tell if you follow me on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, then you're not gonna know. But girls trip, I come back, and like 2 or 3 days later, I go to a graduation party for one of my friends, the guy that sat between me and him. And the guy asked me, hey, is it gonna be awkward if I invite you and my now boyfriend to my graduation party? Is that gonna be awkward? And I said, no, we're not awkward. Like, we're great. We talk every day. We communicate about like what's going on with our feelings and all of that. Like, no, we're good. We're chill. He was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. Well, we go to the party. He and I are joint at the hip the entire party. We're playing games, and he and I are cuddling and all of that. And then we talked. He was like, hey, I can't call you just yet. I'm putting my sister to sleep. I was like, oh, that's fine. We can just text. And we're texting, and he was like, I really don't want to tell you this in a text, but I saw you today. And I was like, wow. And that's the best compliment he has ever given me, and he messes with me because that's like the most meaningful thing anyone has ever said to me. And he was like, why is that such a big deal? And I said, because when you say wow, I know exactly what you mean. It's like, she's so pretty. I have to have her. She's wow. Just words can't describe her. And dog. Okay, part 4. I hate to do this, but part